Hello everyone. Myself Soni Saxena is again here with a new topic. The words growth and development are not new to you. Look around you, almost everything that you can see or many that you cannot grows and develops. These may be plants, cities, ideas, nations, relationships or even you yourself. What does this mean? So today in this topic we will learn the concept of human development as it pertains to nations and communities. Growth and development. Both growth and development refer to changes over a period of time. The difference is that growth is quantitative and value neutral. It may have a positive or a negative sign. This means that the change may be either positive or negative. Development means a qualitative change which is always value positive. This means that development cannot take place unless there is an increment or addition to the existing conditions. Development occurs when positive growth takes place, yet positive growth does not always lead to development. Development occurs when there is a positive change in quality. Like we have the example, if the population of a city grows from 1 lakh to 2 lakhs over a period of time, we say the city has grown. However, if a facilities like housing, provision of basic services and other characteristics remain the same, has not been accompanied by development. The idea that the quality of life people enjoy in a country, the opportunities they have and freedoms they enjoy are important aspects of development is not new. These ideas were clearly spelled out for the first time in the late 80s and early 90s. The works of two South Asian economists, Mahbub ul Haq and Amartya Sen, are important in this regard. Nobel laureate Professor Amartya Sen saw an increase in freedom or decrease in unfreedom as the main objective of development. Interestingly, increasing freedoms is also one of the most effective ways of bringing about development. His work explores the role of social and political institutions and processes in increasing freedom. The work of this economist are path-breaking and have succeeded in bringing people to the center of any discussion on development. Pillars of human development. Just as any building is supported by pillars, the idea of human development is supported by the concepts of equity, sustainability, productivity, and empowerment. Children, you know, equity. It refers to making equal access to opportunities available to everybody. The opportunities available to people must be equal irrespective of their gender, race, income, and in the Indian case, caste. For example, in India, a large number of women and persons belonging to socially and economically backward groups drop out of school. This shows how the choices of these groups get limited by not having access to knowledge. Second is sustainability. That means continuity in the availability of opportunities. To have sustainable human development, each generation must have the same opportunities. All environmental, financial, and human resources must be used keeping in mind the future. Misuse of any of these resources will lead to fewer opportunities for future generations. Like we have the example, the importance of sending girls to school. If a community does not stress the importance of sending its children to school, then many of the opportunities will be lost to these young women when they grow up. Their career choices will be severely curtailed, and this would affect other aspects of their lives. So, each generation must ensure the availability of choices and opportunities to its future generations. Third is productivity. Here, it means human labor, productivity, or productivity in terms of human work. Such productivity must be constantly enriched by building capabilities in people. Ultimately, it is people who are the real wealth of nations. Therefore, efforts to increase their knowledge or provide better health facilities ultimately leads to better work efficiency. And fourth is empowerment. Empowerment means to have the power to make choices. Such power comes from increasing freedom and capability. Good governance and people-oriented policies are required to empower people. The empowerment of socially and economically disadvantaged groups is of special importance. Approaches to human development. There are many ways of looking at the problem of human development. Some of the important approaches are the income approach, the welfare approach, minimum needs approach, and capabilities approach. Income approach. This is one of the oldest approaches to human development. Human development is seen as being linked to income. The idea is that the level of income reflects the level of freedom an individual enjoys. Higher the level of income, the higher is the level of human development. Welfare approach. This approach looks at human beings as beneficiaries or targets of all development activities. The approach argues for higher government expenditure on education, health, social secondary and amenities. People are not participants in development but only passive recipients. The government is responsible for increasing levels of human development by maximizing expenditure on welfare. Basic needs approach. This approach was initially proposed by the International Labour Organization, in short, that is ILO. Do you know, children? 6 basic needs like health, education, food, water supply, sanitation, and housing were identified. The question of human choices is ignored, and the emphasis was on the provision of basic needs of defined sections. Fourth, that is capability approach. This approach is associated with Professor Amartya Sen. Building human capabilities in the areas of health, education, and access to resources is the key to increasing human development. Measuring human development. HDI. HDI, that is Human Development Index, It's a measure to assess long-term progress in three basic aspects of life: health, to lead a long and healthy life; education, provision to gain knowledge; and resources, to have a decent standard of living. It introduced a new way of measuring development by combining indicators of life expectancy, educational attainment, and income into a composite human development index. It ranks the countries based on their performances in these key areas of both social and economic development. These rankings are based on a score between 0 to 1. Each of these three dimensions has 1 by 3 weightage. The HDI, or Human Development Index, is the sum total of weightages of all the dimensions. You know that the education component of the HDI is measured by literacy rate, and the combined primary, secondary and tertiary gross enrollment ratio. These parameters indicate the status of availability of educational facilities in a country. The health component, it's measured by taking into account life expectancy at birth. A longer life expectancy suggests that the country is providing the basic infrastructure for a healthy life with assured food supply and medical facilities. Access to resources is measured in terms of purchasing power, that too in US dollars. International comparisons. As you know that HDI, it gives the average achievement in a country in the three basic aspects of life. Each year, countries are ranked according to these measures, since both economic and social indicators come under its purview. The Human Development Index shows a value between 0 and 1. The nearer is to 1, the higher the level of human development. It has been observed that a country of smaller size may rank higher in HDI compared to a large size country. Similarly, a country with a lower per capita income may rank higher than a richer country. Countries and regions have been classified into 4 categories on the basis of their scores. So let's see which are those. So dear children, you can see here international comparisons, and here are the on the basis of their scores. HDI very high, human development, number of countries are 49. High human development, number of countries 53. Medium human development 42, and low human development, number of countries 43. And you may see score in development index of these. With this, here we end the topic today. Everyone for watching this video. Meet you soon with another new topic.